ready for a wild ride? It's Park Talk Radio. D&B taking shots with hot takes as their ammo. We're talking theme parks, news updates, rides and more. Hold on tight, cause we're about to soar. Talking park, we won't hold back, we're letting it all out. Talking park, get your ears ready, cause we're gonna shout. We'll dive into the ride, some anecdotes, and all the fun. No filter here, just two guys trying to be number one.
Drop it on into another thrilling, wonderful episode of Park Talk Radio. It's the quarter of the century celebration. Each episode is becoming an earmarked piece of history these days. Every single week it's something special. We turn 21. It's 22. 23, all alone, 24, reunited, and 25, quarter of the century extravaganza. This is one of your hosts, Bill, here tonight. We got plenty of news, some Horror Nights updates, some stuff we've been leaving off the menu, and your park map. And joining me tonight, on location, from his vehicle, we got my good buddy Dave. Dave, how you doing?
They're here in my best Heather O'Rourke voice.
Little Mary, was it Mary Beth? Marianne? Marianne.
No, stop. No, it's not that. Now you've messed me up.
Johnson?
It's
Johnsy?
It's
Lorianne?
Carol Ann.
Carol?
Carol Ann.
Carol Ann. Can you do Zelda Rubinstein impression of "This house is clean"?
This house is clean. I don't know.
Might as well be. I mean, she's dead. R.I.P.
You have to remember her in, what was that? There was a scary television show about haunted places, and she was the voice. And I remember it come on at night.
America's Most Haunted.
It would scare the hell out of me as a kid. You know, just her voice was terrifying.
2 a.m. Not something you want to be hearing with just the TV glow illuminating your face and your little baby boy bedroom.
Yeah.
No.
She was one of the only people to call all of the Poltergeist curse a load of crap. So.
What were some of the curses on set? I don't recall.
So,
this all ties in
not
because there's a
necessarily
haunted house.
Yes.
There was a haunted house.
Not necessarily on set. They did have one person die during a construction incident. During the first movie.
The tombstones.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they had one person die during filmmaking, allegedly. The corpses used in the movie were actual skeletons bought from India.
That's right.
They could get, back in the day, they could get actual skeletons from India for very, very cheap. A lot cheaper than it was to make rubber and plastic skeletons. So on a lot of film sets, they use real skeletons. So that's where the whole kind of curse thing came into play. The sister of Carol Ann, in real life, she was a victim of domestic violence to an abusive ex, and passed away due to that. The second movie, The Reverend, the creepy old man, everybody, Reverend, I can't remember his name.
Reverend Boy Toucher.
He's one of the creepiest notable faces in horror movie history. He had cancer when he was filming the second movie. So
that's
he ended
not
up
nice. Just because he has cancer face doesn't make him scary.
Oh, but it is actually what made him scary, to be honest with you. The sickliness of his face, it was so sunken in that it made him scary. So he ended up passing away.
For this role. It's like
yep. So he passed away, and then there were a couple more incidents. Obviously, the girl who played Carol Ann passed away during the filming of the third movie.
I do remember that one. Yes.
Mm-hmm. And the Native American fellow, I can't remember his name. He's been in multiple other movies. He actually ended up passing away as well, but from natural causes. But he came out and said there are spirits on this set and actually blessed one of the movie sets because of it. And Craig T. Nelson has gone on to say that, the sets were a lot lighter after he cleansed the set. So there's one of the most noted hauntings in the history of movies. A couple others up there, The Exorcist and stuff like that. So a lot of these religious horrors and spiritual horrors are known to have quote unquote curses and stuff like that.
A lot of age-defining horror having curses placed over them due to the happenings. And this all ties into Park Talk Radio because we did have a haunted house. Was it only at Orlando?
No. I believe it was both coasts in 2018.
Correct. Poltergeist.
Poltergeist.
Exceptional house. Very, very well made, except for the last third, which was then became it seems like both coasts just became a caricature of the Hollywood version of Black Hallways.
Well,
it's a stinky clown floating around.
Some people enjoyed the last little third of that house because it's one of the only times Universal has taken an intellectual property and been able to expand on the story, which is in the movie of Poltergeist, you never go into the ghost dimension.
Yeah.
But in the house, you actually did. So, I mean, they hit some nails in the head, but they also,
the ghost dimension, folks, is Black Hallways with a clown. That's it. All right, episode 25. We got plenty to talk about tonight. I'm going to start us off at the top with a park visit. Last week, we're recording on Sunday, a little late in the week to record, but hey, here we are. And apologies at the top as well if I'm sounding a little under the weather. It's because Bill here is, and just a clashing of schedules and trying to feel better and make sure you get the content you deserve at the premiere level, just as a premiere pass holder should. It's July 21st, Sunday. Last week on Monday, it was my birthday, July 15th, so thank you all for your well wishes. I saw some stuff flood in. The day before, Sunday, July 14th, I was hemming and hawing, and producer Brennan was asking, what do you want to do for your birthday? You were planning to do this and that, and I said, I just don't want to do nothing. 32, who cares, right? Certainly not me. We went over on Sunday the 14th and had a bunch of local friends meet up with us. Went over to EPCOT, and Brennan, her sister, and I got there rather early, about 10:45-ish, like in the park. And I got in line at 10:45 to go be the first in line for the Space 220 bar, because I've never been there, always wanted to go in, and that place has been open for how many years now? Do you know?
At least 2, if not a little bit more.
Right. Looks like this sucker opened up.
I'd say 21.
21. Opens Monday, September 20th, 2021. Spot on.
Yep.
So we're coming up on 3 years of this sucker being open, and that's the reservations are sold out. It's unbelievable. I get there, I wait 45 minutes. So as soon as I get over there at 10:45, the hostess looks at me behind the chain link fence, or the chain divider, because they have a little chain dividing between her and myself. She lets me in and says, all right, what do you... No. It's an older gal.
No. I was going to ask, did she ask you if you were going to beat anybody with a Q pole?
Oh, the metal stanchion? I warned her. I said, hey, depends on how many space drinks I get in me and how quickly you rocket me back down the fucking planet here. So I sign in, and she says, all right, I'm going to go up for my pre-shift meeting. I'll be right back. So I'm down there. I'm sitting around. I end up waiting until 11:20, 10 minutes or so before they officially open at 11:30. In the meantime, Dave, she had put the chain back up. So I'm on the proper side waiting in the queue to be and I'm first in line. No one else is there to be at the standby bar. No reservations necessary. 10 seats or 12 seats total. And people just start lining up. They start queuing. They start swarming. I'm looking out. I'm behind the chain, about 5 feet back, leaning against a wall. And on the other side, there's about 50 people, all looking at me, not saying a word. They're not asking me, why am I in there? They're not asking me, how'd you get in there? They're not asking me, can I let them in? They just completely ignore me. Which, man, if I'm trying to queue up for a very hard to get reservation or walk up, I'm gonna ask that guy, how'd you get in? What are you doing? I just found it very bizarre. They didn't say a damn word or just let themselves in to start queuing up as well. I ended up getting up there. It's great. Super cool little elevator. Takes you into space. I was wearing my birthday button, of course, because what does any good 32-year-old at a theme park do but except wear your birthday paraphernalia? And this place is very classy, high dining, prefix menu. Check it out. I didn't want to do the prefix, preferred the bar anyway, so you get the selection of appetizers and little bites, and then don't have to worry about a singular price. Just go and slap down on the receipt. They have water at every table and every bar seat before you sit down, cold, nice and chilled with ice. And as soon as I sat down, the bartender, his eye caught my button, said happy birthday. He walked away and brought over a glass of champagne, free on the house. Which, holy shit, free alcohol at Disney?
Wow.
I was flabbergasted.
Got you some Andre for free.
Oh, I know, Cook's, Walgreens' finest.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome that somebody would acknowledge that, and because I mean, the thing is, with a theme park, it's you go to a dive bar and they can give you a free drink. You go to Disney, that's probably coming out of his pocket.
Well, luckily, Space 220's third party, so that might be why he got away with it.
Ah, okay.
That might be the only reason, because I've never seen this done to someone else, let alone myself or my immediate party, at any sit-down restaurant, unless I know the bartender.
I'm sure Disney's very big about weighing their bottles, finding out how much booze has been distributed, so...
Oh, they don't want John Taffer breaking in. That's it! Shut it down! They're wasting money! You don't know what the fuck you're doing! It's
hard to believe.
And he's enabling you! Oh, I love that shit. I had what they call a Galaxy Spritz as well, which is their take on an Aperol Spritz. Absolutely delicious and delightful, especially on a hot-ass day like July 14th. EPCOT visit. Pork belly sliders. Oh, my God. And they had some of the crispest, shoestring fries. Reminds me of McDonald's, but not as salty. It was a nice little treat. My bartender took such well care of me, and just excellent start to the morning. We then met up with a number of other people. We started doing drinking and eating around the world. We got into the tequila cave. We sat down at a table for the first time ever. That was super fun and a nice little experience to sit down, cool off. And then we just started doing the gauntlet. Drink this, drink that. Did a shot of baijiu from China, which, if you're familiar, very, very bitter. And just had an absolutely great time. Did not mean to. Ended up staying for the fireworks. So I was there from 10:30 or so until 9:30 at night. Long day.
I remember last time I drank around the world at EPCOT, I went to, the World Showcase doesn't open until later in the afternoon. It doesn't open first thing with the park. Yeah, and the first thing we did was go to the Frozen area to jump on
Norway.
We went to Norway. And I think the only thing I could find, shot-wise, was in their little bakery / pastry shop. They had what was called glacier water, and it was a clear liquor with the flavor of menthol and Jaeger type.
God, yes, everyone's gunning for that flavor of menthol.
And I knew my day was ruined when I took that shot.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm sure you had nothing to eat before
Flash forward to me at 9 o'clock riding Test Track hammered. Oh.
We did some damage on Sunday, I'll tell you. Next day was actually fine. It was before going to bed. Just did not feel good. Rolling around, spinning. We also did a shot of fig liqueur in Germany. One of my mom's favorites. So it was good. Had the local group of Orlando friends. My mom's sister were there. Brenda and her sister were there. It's a great time. Really, really appreciate them when they came out. So thank you. 32's coming ahead. Most of it's ahead of me. And that's and the day before that, actually on July 13th, I went to Universal and did a little solo day. I want to catch that parade again, and which we can segue into news with that. I want to catch the parade again. I parked at Sapphire Falls, and if you weren't aware, you can park at any of the Universal hotels. Just park in there, take a ticket. If you, as long as you buy 2 beverages or spend a like $35 minimum, they'll validate your parking. So I went to Sapphire Falls, had a couple drinks, had a little food, rode the boat over there to Universal Orlando, saw the parade, waited out the rain a little bit because of course it's raining every goddamn day right now, and then I rode the boat back and got home. So it was a nice little solo outing on Saturday. Sunday was great with the family and friends, and then Monday, Brandon and I had a nice little dinner that evening at a local fondue joint, not a chain.
I think you just made up my mind. After lunch on Halloween, I think we'll go check in to Cabana Bay, and then I think we'll meet up everybody at Sapphire Falls and do the good old drinking there before we head over.
Well, we got to make sure you get there. I don't know if this plan of yours going to Sapphire for Strongwater Tavern prior to Horror Nights is going to work out. The place opens at 4:00.
Oh, then no, it's not going to work out. I love Strongwater, but that's not going to do me.
I mean, we can go to any of the other resorts and go to their bars since they open a little earlier than 4 p.m. No. Strongwater's just 4:00 because of the size, and they serve a bit more food. Or we just get into the City Walk and start fucking around. I'd rather just get in the City Walk and drink and go to the Epic Preview Center. You know, I love Strongwater Tavern so much because I've had so many good memories of after a long day at the park, hanging out there and sitting on that back deck. You know, it is one of the better views of sitting there looking at Doom from that back deck over the water. Yes. You know, I know the rooftop bar can be fun, but you know, I just prefer Strongwater Tavern. I've got some great memories there and would love to some of the best drinks on campus.
Oh yes, for sure.
As mentioned, as you travel over there, you can come back and then grab your car. And I saw the Universal Mega Movie Parade again, and still the offboard audio is not there. Allegedly, floats are missing. However, on the 17th this week, July 17th, Universal made a statement saying, "We are officially out of technical rehearsals. Universal's Mega Movie Parade is fully launched." Though based on the photos from July 17th forward, they're still not having all the alleged floats. You know, the Ecto 1 is not there still. The monsters aren't there still. Shrek, if he was going to be there, aren't there still. And I still, on the videos, I don't hear offboard audio because it sounds so quiet with that onboard just sticking onto the floats only. And then you have the in between where there's no float and a performer, and they're doing their best to dance with the music from 2 different floats, playing 2 different pieces of music while still following the same motif and through line, to keep in step. So there may be more coming as of now. Officially open at Mega Movie Parade. Just wanted to segue into that since I did see that one.
Yeah, I feel if they're saying they're open and those floats haven't been out there yet, I would be under the assumption that they will come, but it's going to be after a while, and they're going to say, "Oh, we're updating the parade to add these things as like a secondary opening, as like an expansion."
It's a good thought there, Dave, because the parade runs into early November, with Horror Nights starting to run at 2:00 instead of 6. However, when the holiday parade starts featuring Macy's, the day parade goes away. There's no longer the Mega Movie Parade, and that will return after January, which will allow Universal Creative and those techs to work on the floats and continue to enhance, upgrade, finish, if you will, these particulars for about 2 months. So that may well be, phase 2. It's bigger and badder than ever. 2 dinosaurs. 2 dinosaurs.
Oh.
Because there's also supposed to be a raptor kind of like walking around or something.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, they've already got the costumes. They've already got, that could be an easy addition.
Mm-hmm. So we start off with Universal. We can go any which way. Again, only because I saw them at Parade recently during a park visit. I wanted to touch on it. Where do you want to go? You want to do some regional parks? You want to do Disney? International, Universal, Horror Nights. You want to save Horror Nights to the end so it flows into our new bit.
Yeah, surprise me.
Surprise him. All right, let's start off with some international park news. And by international park news, I mean Disney and Universal, because that's what I got for you today.
Yeah.
The two ones we follow. Fantasy Springs over at Tokyo Disney Resort announces touring Fantasy Springs drone show titled Magic in the Air. As you know, Disney Springs has Dreams That Soar, their drone show with about 800 drones. We have the new nighttime Universal Sensational. I will say it that way.
That's how I prefer it.
Yep, that's how I like it. Sensational. Symphonic Spectacular. About 200 or 300 drones. Fantasy Springs will be having a brand new one that this will be over at Fantasy Springs. While we don't have... Oh, we do have the number here. We're looking at over 15 minutes long and 1,500 drones. 1,500 drones for the Tokyo version of their new drone show, which, fuck, that's a lot of drones, man. Tokyo, once again, getting the good stuff over there. We'll be looking out for those videos. They've not announced, unless, I mean, this news is a little old. Unless they've already announced it, I've not seen when they've announced when this will be performing at the Tokyo Disney Resort.
Yeah. It's almost obvious nowadays that drones are the way of future shows. So.
Oh, I completely agree. I mean, there was the one in France where they broke a world record and made gigantic drone imagery. The biggest one being Mickey's silhouette. And they incorporated fireworks, projections, lasers, fire, additional pyrotechnics, fountains. They did everything. And that's what I'm really hoping for to have at Epic Universe, with the incorporation of everything together. Make it all planned from the ground up, not retrofitted into a lagoon or retrofitted onto a castle show. Give me what I want.
Yeah, I just wish they'd bring back the nighttime stuntacular with the boats. That'd be wicked.
Oh, bring back all the stunt shows. The Wild West stunt show. Loved that. Nighttime stuntacular. Boats and jet skis. Loved that. Also at Tokyo Disneyland, for the third year in a row, they're introducing a special overlay at now the only fully standing and originally built Splash Mountain, Splash Mountain, the only now standing one for the third year in a row. Splash Mountain getting a special overlay that will last from July 2nd to September 18th, titled Splash Mountain Get Soaked Max.
And what is the details to this overlay that causes you to get soaked to the max?
You know, that's an excellent question, Dave.
And are they going to raise the water levels, or, you know, what's the deal here?
You excerpt from the, warning sign outside the attraction. Get soaked version not operating. Get soaked max. You will get completely soaked. Please take care that your smartphone or other electronic devices do not get wet, which that doesn't tell me a whole lot. I don't know what it means, but you're getting soaked to the max. Rare Rabbit personally spits in your mouth.
So, that screams, with water attractions, during the summer, during the middle of the day, they can make the water elements get you wetter on the attraction.
Yeah.
So I know they have different modes, when the different water cannons will go off on different features. I remember being on Splash Mountain during the wintertime, and, the water cannon by Chickapin Hill, as you're going up the lift hill on the side of it, didn't go off, but you go on it during the summer and it would go off and get you soaked. Also, that can be done by raising and lowering the water levels. If you raise the water levels, you can make a bigger splash at the bottom.
So what I'm gathering here, Dave, and thank you for that input, is that they increase the PSI on the water cannons and they point them in different directions, more so towards the boat instead of around the boat.
Okay, so yeah, just kind of what I figured. would be happening. So
Mm-hmm.
interesting.
And finally, to close out the Tokyo Disneyland, Baymax's Mission Cooldown Parade returns with more floats and more water than ever. They just love getting wet in Tokyo. Surrounded by water.
At USJ, they
put them water in.
At USJ, they have a summer show usually at Universal Studios Japan for, Yunnan international parkers. USJ's Universal Studios Japan. During the summer, they generally do a huge water show in the Gramercy Park area where they have literal fire hose cannons on the rooftops spraying people out in the streets.
And I believe you can shoot back at them too with branded, and if you purchased in-park water guns.
Yeah, it becomes a crazy showing out there for that, and they love it.
So this
I'm not a water guy at theme parks unless I'm prepared.
Well, it has to be a designated chosen water day. We're getting wet today, fellas.
Mm-hmm.
Getting down and dirty with the slip and slide beaver boys. So Baymax's Mission Cooldown. It's a cavalcade, so it's not a full parade. So it's about 3 or 4 floats. But man, I'm looking at these water jets, Dave, but they are shooting off into the crowd. They are soaking all of the Tokyo Main Street. And Baymax could be none the happier that he's getting his adoring fans soaking wet.
Oh, I'm sure.
It seems to be just a Japan International News week for us. The next one I have, we're jumping over to Universal Studios Japan, since you just talked about USJ. And for a special showing during the summer of 2024 this year, from July 3rd through October 7th, in the Waterworld Stadium, Universal Japan will be doing a One Piece Summer Stunt Show. Which, that's pretty fucking cool. Using a completely different
anime,
yes,
correct?
anime manga.
Okay.
Yes, very popular. Very popular. It has over 1,000 chapters.
Wow.
So they're using the Waterworld Stadium, get everyone wet. Of course, One Piece is about a pirate, so the water makes sense. It's really neat that they're able to have that collaboration and utilization of different IPs. Like we talked about Horror Nights Japan, they use that Hollywood, they use that one person. Oh, God, what's the person? Chainsaw Man. They're using Chainsaw Man and then the singer for a lot of their material.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Something interesting here I'm seeing is that you have to buy a separate ticket for this particular show. It's 3,000 yen for adults and 2,000 for children to see the show set inside USJ.
Oh, wow.
So that's about $20, $19 as of today. Separate ticketed event.
That's pretty interesting.
Well, I got to pay for those IP rights, I'm sure.
A lot of times in USJ, they'll do a lottery system, but a paid ticket, that's pretty crazy.
Buy your ticket, reserve your seat. This thing, I mean, every picture I'm looking at here, completely butts to nuts, thigh to thigh. There's sweat forming between you and your new best friend.
Jeez.
And to close it out, new Lost World restaurant menu unveiled ahead of reopening at Universal Studio Japan. And this is for the Lost World area of Jurassic Park. And they got some new food offerings here. And you know how much we like the food and the exciting pieces. This dining location has officially reopened already on July 5th. It looks very similar to the interior to our Thunder Falls Terrace.
Okay.
So just to give you something inside your head. And then I'll run through the food, Dave, and you tell me what you want. And I got the prices here.
I love doing this.
Yeah. So starting off, we got amber and mango tofu pudding.
Yes.
Yeah. So on top, they have like a piece of, let's see, looks like a piece of amber. And inside, you'll find an edible flower rather than mosquito. But you can eat the piece of amber. You got the tofu pudding with mango chunks on top, $5.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It looks pretty interesting.
I'm down to climb.
Next up, $15, masamen and red curry plate. Looks like fried chicken, fried shrimp, turmeric rice, marinated daikon, and a soft drink. Drink included for $15.
I'm unfamiliar with masamen, but
it looks like it's a sauce. Looks like a peanut sauce.
Yeah, I'd get it. Yes.
Hell yeah.
For $15.
$15? Yeah. All right. We're familiar with something like this.
There's not a lot of things that are going to turn me away food-wise at USJ just because of the thematic essence to them.
Right. Similar vein to the Great Feast at your Harry Potter eateries, Leaky Cauldron, and Three Broomsticks. We have the Jurassic Family Plate, $53. You get multiple entrees. You get beefsteak, garlic roasted chicken, balsamine and red curry sauce, fried shrimp, turmeric rice, spicy chili potatoes, vegetable spring roll, and a soft drink, a single drink, mind you, and with a edible T-Rex zone street sign.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, it looks like you get 3 pieces of steak, 2 of those spring rolls. The potatoes are like wedge potatoes that you would eat at a restaurant, and then a couple chicken wings. So decent pricing here.
Yeah, for sure.
Vegetable pho plate. You can imagine what that is.
Yeah. Yes.
Delicious. Fried wonton chips and vegetable soup, $3.40. I think that's a lot of what we're missing at the stateside are these little snack items you can just pick up easily, quickly, and chow down. You have to spend an exorbitant amount to get something that will hold you over, or at least something substantial. But man, $3.
It seems we only get those offerings at specialty events. Even
then it's $10 and it's a bite of food.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like I said, the thematics of USJ's food or any theme park in Japan's food is enough to make me say yes anyway. So,
all right. And the last one I have here, and this is what caught my eye for the whole news story as a whole, $9.20 volcano French toast. 6 pieces of French toast stacked upon each other to appear as a volcano as various sauces ooze out of the top and drip down the volcano's sides. Appears to be chocolate syrup, strawberry syrup, and whipped cream.
I am not a huge breakfast guy, especially when it comes to sweet stuff, but yeah, I'd try this as well.
It looks really good. It sounds really cool. It's not huge. It's not like a full, like, big boy breakfast offering.
Yeah.
But it's definitely very interesting to see. So that's our international news. Sorry, I cut you off.
No. I was just saying, definitely seems like it'd be enjoyable.
All right, bringing it around stateside. Continuing on with the news stories. Let's start off with Disney. Let's start off with a quick bit on SeaWorld Orlando. They've announced some houses and scare zones for their Hollow Scream event. I don't have it in front of me. I know they announced some sort of casino or luck-based house called Deadly Gambit. Producer Brennan was very upset, very mad, because she said this is so stupid, because the house reveal, unlike Universal, and you got to remember, SeaWorld, Hollow Scream, in all the Busch parks don't have the budget. They're not a working movie studio or have even the remnants of one available. So it was a person playing on one of those portable. It was hands dealing cards on a portable poker mat that still had the creases in it, and just flipping cards. And then the last one said Deadly Gambit, and that was the house announcement. So you got a couple of those things. If you're interested, feel free. I encourage you jump into it. I don't know if we'll hit SeaWorld Orlando this year for Hollow Scream. If you do, you'll definitely be hearing about it. However, the one thing I did want to touch on is Penguin Trek has officially opened at SeaWorld Orlando. And it seems to be getting some good reviews. A little slow in the operations. They're not running at full capacity yet. And there seems to be quite a chokehold at the exit now. If you remember the Penguin Encounter exhibit, or...
Yes.
What was the ride called?
It was Empire of the Penguin.
Empire of the Penguin. You would get on your trackless vehicle and you would ride it through, and they would drop you off.
Your puck.
Get on your puck.
Get on your
off
puck,
the puck
to go see Puck.
You get off and you're dumped right at the Penguins, and you can get out quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I believe, and based on what I saw, like the loading is in a different part of the retrofitted exhibit. The exit, the disembarkment, is at where the Penguins are at. So when you get off, there could be a bunch of people looking at the Penguins, and then you get choke point. You get stuck at the barricade, and then they can't send the coaster through because it's not safe due to people not being there, and it gets really congested, which seems to be quite a problem. Something that you should have had a bit more foresight through. I know you're retrofitting a brand new family-style launch coaster into this location that had an abysmal ride, albeit the first oh my god, I can't think of words, Dave. The first entry into a trackless ride system. Fuck, I got fog. So that's what's going on. I've not checked it out yet. Brett and I are actually talking about it next year. We'll just get SeaWorld tickets, Fuck Disney. SeaWorld Epic Universe only.
Yeah, I remember the good old days when Universal employees, when I worked there, we used to get into SeaWorld for free.
They still do.
Oh, do they?
Yep, they
Okay.
still somehow do. There and Busch
Even
Gardens,
though
Tampa.
Universal does not reciprocate.
Correct. They never did.
No.
And they still
Okay.
don't.
I thought back in the day they did, but I'm mistaken.
I think the SeaWorld Busch Gardens employees may have gotten a nice discount, but if that was the case, no longer such. So that's SeaWorld. On to Disney. As a reminder, a few weeks ago, I did a solo episode and we lost my Dave. July 24th is coming up quick, and that's when the launch of the new Lightning Lane Multi-Pass and Lightning Lane Single Pass will officially debut at both coasts, Walt Disney World Resort and Disneyland Resort. There are pieces of, flyers, inserts, propaganda coming up saying, hey, get ready, beginning July 24th, the new experience is coming. And remember, if you're a pass holder or a day and date ticket, you can reserve or prepay and select your Lightning Lane 3 days in advance. If you're staying on site, you can do it up to 7 days. Just wanted to touch on that because Disney's ramping up the information spiel. Get ready, here it comes. It's going to be a shit show.
Yeah, I have not stayed on site since the Lightning Lane
Who the fuck can afford it?
came out to be a thing. So, it's insane. We've talked prices of Disney resorts for years together, and it's nuts what people will pay for a value resort.
Ugh.
Yeah, during certain times of the year, I could pay what I pay for a value resort at Disney, and I could get unlimited express at Universal by staying at a deluxe for that price. So,
I mean, you can still do that now if you go in the right time of year. It's
oh yeah, absolutely.
It's ridiculous. It's very sickening. I remember I was paying $49 to stay at the freaking All-Star Resort. Sports, mind you, which is the worst one. But you're on site. And nowadays it's a small walk to the Skyliner, which at Art of Animation, since they're neighbors, and I guess that's why Disney found the need or the reason that they could bump up the price for that, real dilapidated motel style All-Stars.
Yeah, well, those prices were bumped up before the Skyliner even came into existence.
I know, buddy. I know. It's very frustrating. Yeah. And, having a part-time job, it was nice that I could treat myself or whomever to a little 1 night, 2 night stay and say, hey, I only spent $100. And it was a great time. Nowadays, no. Multiple
I used
hundreds.
to be able to go spend a week at Disney. I can't do that anymore. So
thanks, Bob. New permit was filed on July 18th to install set elements at Test Track as they start work quickly on the 3.0 version. Installing set elements, this could be anything from inside, and from the particular permit, it says they're installing scenery, which, hey, very
broad.
Very broad.
Subject.
We're installing scenery. The Disney contracted this particular company recently to install signage at the new Country Bear Jamboree, which is also now officially open. I don't have that open here, but it's now officially open. And something I want to touch on here, Dave, real quick, since I'm talking about it. All you dum-dums who are saying Country Bear is caught on fire, no, did not catch on fire. It's part of the show. Old Bear is fiddling so fast, he's catching it on fire. There's smoke that's supposed to come out of him. Don't you fucking tell me. Don't you go posting lies, because you love to do that. Misinformation and talking about nonsense. Didn't catch on fire. Dave even got confused.
Yeah, I saw somebody post a video and I was like, oh, Country Bear, the bear got on fire. But I was just scrolling and I didn't watch the whole video. But it's like,
nope. Clickbait.
I'll be surprised if some dum-dum doesn't end up calling 911 from the attraction,
Would not be the first time there.
No.
Oh, more food. So we'll get to the food here in a moment. Carousel Progress gets brand new 1970 style seating. I was actually at the Carousel Progress not too long ago. Did I tell this story about getting stuck on it?
I don't believe I heard that one.
we went on the Carousel of Progress because it's hot as can be, of course. Summer in Florida. We went in to catch some AC and Carousel Park is one of my favorite attractions. No joke. That's up there, with Living with the Land. And we got in there and we saw the first one where they have the logo marquee and they talk about how this is the most watched and most performed show of all time. Stage show.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to the first room where it's the turn of the century, 1920s, 30s, talking about the Wright brothers. Some bozo in another room, and there's 6 theaters in the circular stadium. And one of the other theaters stood up, and it's a 20-minute show. You can't stand up, you can't exit, because there's no proper exit. You just got a deal. He stood up.
Yeah,
and he got yelled
at of the attraction.
Yeah. He got yelled at over the PA. Sit down. This is a 20-minute attraction. And they were starting to count down. All right, the next team's going to play in 3 minutes. It's going to play in 90 seconds, 30 seconds. And they start singing, "It's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow." And the theater did not move. We were still stuck. This happened 2 more times, Dave. We saw that first scene 3 times in a row.
I've had that experience happen to me as well.
Bozo! Sit down!
And apparently that's a pretty common occurrence. I love that attraction.
Oh, it's so good.
It is one of my favorite things to do every time I go to Disney. Been seeing it my whole life. The only gripe I hear from people at that show are people that want an updated 20th century, room. But I don't even mind it. I still think the whole video game setup's cool as hell. And
well, yeah, you can put Alexa in there, Google Home, be the same shit.
That's not even a gripe I have.
No gripes. Let it be a time capsule of Walt's history, something he loved and worked on, right?
Yep.
That said, they put in new seats. They used to be a unkempt, gross teal color, and now each row has a different color, and they have nice little stars on it, for the 60s when it came out. Similar to a Cabana Bay style.
Okay.
Next up, Star Wars Rise of the Resistance. At least at the Disney's Hollywood Studios location, Batu East, they've started testing and utilizing a single rider line.
Yes, where you enter the attraction and you skip the first and second pre-show and you go straight to the
ship.
The ship.
The first order ship, not the transport ship.
A lot of the things I've been seeing online is that people are only waiting 15 to 20 minutes for the single rider line, which is
awesome.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's 2 rows of 3 on that attraction, or is
2 rows of 4?
2 rows of 4.
2 rows of 4.
So, I mean, it is set up for a good single rider attraction. Anything with rows of 2 is not a good single rider attraction, but rows of
that's why Hagrid is single rider is so miserable.
Mm-hmm. So I love that. I love that.
Yeah, it seems to be going really well. Hopefully this is something that sticks around. Yeah, you're losing some of the theming and some of the pre-show. And what I say is the best part of the ride is the actual transport vehicle where you get sucked into a tractor beam. That's my favorite part.
I still have only seen that attraction in B mode. So not the tractor beam portion, but the actual
the cannons or
attraction.
Kylo animatronic.
Yeah. I didn't get to see that animatronic.
Oh,
I got him on the screen.
I've never seen the B mode Kylo, which is bizarre. The cannons haven't worked.
It's hard to even tell it's him.
People lose their shit over the animatronic, which I don't think it's that impressive. You can see the poles sticking out of his feet, and they're not hidden very well. I don't think it's that crazy of an animatronic. And any of the animatronics, they move very rigidly, and the one that they have that is, and then it's not even animatronic. The one that's good at is the immersion effect with the screen Kylo when the physical lightsaber turns on.
Physical saber with the holographic Kylo.
Yeah, that's cool because that physical piece is moving in line with the projector.
Correct.
That's really neat.
One of my favorite pieces. That and the lightsaber coming through the ceiling. I think those are the 2 coolest effects.
That one's always good.
So,
Single Rider's open officially at Hollywood Studios, Disneyland Resort, yet to be seen. All right. Finishing off the Hollywood Studios news. Over the weekend, it was the official 5-year anniversary, 5-year birthday for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge in Batu East here at Hollywood Studios. And with that, they were celebrating, maybe this was just Uga's birthday. Did Uga's open up after Galaxy's Edge?
In Hollywood,
Or is the
in
character,
California, I have.
or this is Uga's actual character Uga's birthday. Nonetheless, there was a drink available for only 3 days, July 18th, 19th, and 20th at Uga's Cantina. And it is a blue beverage, appears to be some sort of Moscow Mule. You tell me if you like this here.
Okay.
Krill Elixir, Absolute Mandarin Vodka, Blue Curacao, pure cane sugar, ginger, lime juice with a candied ginger garnish.
Yeah, I'd enjoy that.
That sounds mega sweet.
Yeah, I'd enjoy that.
Ooh,
It sounds sweet, but I mean, I like ginger. So
Well, yeah, they're not using a ginger beer. They're using ginger and a syrup.
Yeah, I just like anything ginger flavor. So
It's a nice little
I'd go at it. Yeah,
I would try it because of the limited time opportunity. I did sure as hell did not get my ass out to Disney this weekend to go try one single drink. I'm sure Uga's are already booked out anyway.
Oh yeah. I couldn't even get in there during a private event, if that says anything.
Oh my God. Yeah.
During an after hours
no
private
reservations,
event,
right? And you just walk in when you're ready.
Yeah, I couldn't even get in there during a after hours private event.
You've never been then?
No, I've never been.
Oh shit, we got to remedy that as soon as we can.
Yeah.
Love
Yes,
to take you.
for sure. I
Love
want
to
to have
take
the
you.
mouth numbing drink.
Oh, they've toned it down since then. I mean, if you get a good
Oh.
bartender and you chat them up, they'll put extra foam on your lips.
Yeah.
My buddies and I, we went to Vegas a few years back for a bachelor party, and we went to the Chandelier Bar, which is a second. It's on a couple floors up on one of those big hotels, a bunch of chandeliers, and they have the real deal mouth numbing drink, where that sucker, you eat a flower and that sucker numbs your entire orifice.
Oh wow.
It was good.
I
Completely changed the drink.
still got to try it.
Hell yeah. All right.
The
Couple more food items here for you, Davey. We got in Epcot a new flavored cone available at the Larsen de Glace in Epcot. That's in the French area. The flavored cone, it's a waffle cone still. Lavender. Lavender cone.
So, I'm not a huge ice cream person, but I do like, in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, I do like their butterbeer soft serve, and I do like their lavender tea ice cream as well. So
I've not had the lavender tea one. I usually just get the butterbeer one. It's so damn good.
It's Earl tea, Earl lavender. It's pretty.
Earl Grey's tea bag.
Earl Grey's tea, and it's lavender. Yeah, whatever.
It's like lavender. I don't think I've actually been in here because, like you, I'm not a huge ice cream guy, but looking at the photos, they have small and regular waffle cones, small regular cups, and then they have a lavender cone and what appears to be a red velvet cone. Man, I'm a fucking sucker for red velvet. And not only can you get one of these flavored cones, it's a single scoop option only. The ice cream flavors, vanilla, coconut white chocolate, caramel fleur de sel, mint chocolate, cinnamon caramelized apple crumble crunch, that's one flavor. Cinnamon caramelized pecan, one flavor. Chocolate coffee, and blueberry yogurt. You can also add liquor to this. How did I not know about this part? Grand Marnier,
What?
Pinnacle Whipped, or another sort of liqueur. Unbelievable. I didn't know you could do that. That's illegal.
That's interesting.
Yeah, we'll have to go check that one out and do a park report.
Oh, for sure.
All right. Epcot as well has 2 new booths that will be first-time debuts at the 2024 Epcot International Food and Wine Festival, beginning on August 29th, day before Horror Nights. The new global marketplaces are Autumn Blaze and Harvest Table. Autumn Blaze will offer brined pork tenderloin with fennel slaw. I'm not a pork tenderloin kind of guy.
I don't mind it. I eat pork tenderloin.
Who's pork?
Every once in a while.
This guy. And then the Harvest Table will include wild game chili, which, hey, I like a little venison, little wild game.
That sounds good.
Some cock. Some pigeon. So this is what they have. The full lineup of global marketplaces have yet to be announced. However, we did notice on Sunday that multiple booths have been set up and they're prepping them and getting installed. We're just about a month away from the 2024 Food and Wine Fest, and you'll be sure to see a lot of content flowing out of our socials, which, hey, I didn't even do it at the top of the show. I fucked up. At Park Talk Radio on all socials, 407-490-2220 for our phone number, text, and voicemails, and then parktalkradio@gmail.com. That surely would have been, this is surely the episode where we've gotten all the voicemails and all that shit if we said it at the top.
Oh, for sure. Yep, we screwed up.
Oh, good Lord. Alrighty, almost done here on our Disney, and then we'll jump into Universal and our Horror Nights updates. Final 2 stories. Guests spotted swimming in the rivers of America at Magic Kingdom.
I did see this when it came out. That's oh my god.
There's a video available. This was on July 16th. I'm sure you can find it. It was on TikTok. A public post here, so if you want to look for it, Jeffrey Tillett is the videographer. In the video, the guest is seen swimming from Tom Sawyer Island to a dock behind Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, paddling and kicking to get across the waterway. It's unclear how the guest got in the water or for how long they were swimming.
Is there an update to what happened with the guest? Was he tracked down and
I'm not seeing any updates here. This was relatively recent news on the 16th, so we won't see the police report of anything of that. And if there's no police report, we won't see anything unless a cast member leaks it.
Because I remember years ago when the guy climbed the pyramid in Mexico, I don't believe they ended up catching that gentleman. Don't ever do that, but...
No, every time I go, I'm like, I want to climb it today.
I believe he got away with it too, which is outrageous.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's signs all over, and it's not easy to get up there to begin with.
No.
I gotta, like, hoof yourself up there.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this is crazy that this person jumped in. It's a bigger person. Their shirt at least is off. Can't tell if they're not wearing shoes. I've not watched the video. Can't tell if they're wearing anything on the bottom.
And you know, it's weird because alcohol, it's so hard to get alcohol at Magic Kingdom anyway.
Right. It's not, so you either have to come preloaded or
go to a specialty dining
buckle down and a sit down, full service.
Yeah.
I don't know. People were contemplating, like, maybe just got in there because it was hot. No cast members are seeing.
I've seen that water. You couldn't pay me to get in that water, even if I was sweating my ass off.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's hazardous for numerous reasons. Not only because you should automatically assume any body of water has a gator in it in Florida, first off.
Mm-hmm.
And then second, there are tracks down there for the the Mark Twain riverboat. For the Mark Twain riverboat that runs in that water canal. You could get trapped, electrocuted, whatever. Probably just not electrocuted, but you could get trapped, and then the gator gets you, and then you drown with the gator's mouth around your throat, and it's very, very unfortunate. Don't jump in the water. Alrighty, final story of the Disney news, and the people are getting crazier. I don't know if it's the heat, the stupidity, or the humidity. All three, none of the above. Let's see. Posted on my birthday, Susan, 36 of Michigan, arrived at the Transportation Ticket Center, TTC, in an Uber on June 3rd. The Uber driver was worried because Susan appeared to be heavily intoxicated, and he flagged down an off-duty sheriff's deputy. The deputy then found Susan pushing a wheelchair with a toddler in it. Report: I immediately detected the distinct and sustained odor of an alcoholic beverage coming from the female's person. Are all reports written this way?
Yeah, so most of them, they have to be, when you write a report, it's got to be super detailed because if that ends up going to court, you know, you have to be able to paint a picture for a jury for them to, you want it to be as close to a playwright movie script as you can get. Like, you wanted them to be able to see it in their head. So.
I got you. The odor got stronger each time the female spoke. The deputy wrote in the arrest report, the female was uneasy on her feet and swaying. She also slurred her word like me. It was me in a wig. The female also slurred her words while speaking and had to be asked to repeat herself multiple times. The female stated she was trying to take her daughter to Princess's Castle. No particular castle. Oh, no, the Princess's Castle.
Oh, gee.
They had a Disney security manager also assist, so 2 deputies. Security manager from Disney asked several times, hey, get back in your fucking Uber. She refused. She ended up getting handcuffed, and then she wrapped her feet around a pole and ended up taking a dive.
Oh, jeez. You gotta feel bad for the kids.
Oh, yeah, you're pushing a toddler in a wheelchair. I mean, those free courtesy wheelchairs that they have in the TTC parking lot are not for that.
No.
And, I mean, I guess thankfully she Ubered?
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
that's
sure.
the one positive here.
Mm-hmm.
Arrested for disorderly intoxication, resisting an officer without violence, and trespassing on property after warning. She pled not guilty, represented by the public defender's office. Oof.
Shocker.
And then the toddler was turned over to DCS.
DCF.
DCF. Sorry.
DCF.
Turned over to Florida
I mean,
DCF.
It might say DCS, but
They were gone. Bye-bye.
yeah.
Universal News. We got 2 more food items here to talk about with you, Dave. They have revealed and started selling brand new in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, at least on the Orlando side. No comment for Hollywood. New white chocolate frogs.
Yeah, I did see that.
$14 a piece.
I just don't get it because it's not canon.
It's not chocolate
At least
either.
that I know of.
White
Yeah,
chocolate's
so,
not chocolate. Let me tell you.
I don't get it.
I have not bought one of these since the park or the Wizarding World of Harry Potter Hogsmeade actually opened in 2010. I've had maybe one.
The kids have gotten them, but I've heard that they are very low quality chocolate to begin with. So,
Well, they're
and I'm not a huge
huge.
chocolate person.
And they're 5 ounces. That's a lot of chocolate. They're going to melt. You're not going to finish it. And yeah, the trading cards inside are cool. That is canon, but I won't be getting one. I'm not spending $14 on a chocolate bar.
No.
Dave, are you a fan of McDonald's? Because I'm sure as hell not, but are you?
Absolutely not.
No.
I do like a good fish fillet from time to time.
Filet-O-Fish?
I do like fillet
Oh,
fish
you're
from time to time.
disgusting.
I do like their fish sandwich. So
Well,
and a
maybe
fish sandwich, a large fry, and a Coke. That's all I'll get from there.
Oh, salt.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you might enjoy something Japan is releasing from their McDonald's. They have revealed and will be distributing 12 unique different Universal Studios Happy Meal toys for McDonald's Japan.
Wow.
And there's focus on some of the biggest IPs, of course. Now, if people recall, Donkey Kong Minecart Madness was supposed to be open already in Universal Studios Japan, right? So they have a Donkey Kong in a minecart getting shot out of a barrel toy. They have a Yoshi watch, a Princess Peach castle, and Mario in a Mario Kart. They also have 2 Minions toys, Curious George. Sorry, 3 Minions toys, Curious George, and my favorite one that I might need to import from Japan. They have a little Jaws toy, and it shoots water out of it.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be looking on eBay for that.
This is starting on July 12th, so they have now gone through. And there's going to be a second wave of toys, actually. That will start on July. Oh, wow, these are super limited. So the first wave that had Jaws in it was July 12th through the 18th. That one's already done.
Wow.
And then the second wave will be the 19th through 25th. That will be Minions, Curious George, Jaws, and Jurassic Park. And a third wave will start on the 26th. Oh, featuring all toys from both waves. Okay. So they're I see what they're doing. It's all about the Jaws, baby. We're gonna grab that bad boy. Moving on. Now, this is already outdated news, but I'll give you the update afterwards. Do you like Streetmosphere? Do you enjoy walking around the park and just having actors walk around and engage and perform? Because Disney sure doesn't have that anymore, but Universal does. What they have, though.
I like some Streetmosphere, others gets annoying.
Oh, so you're telling me Beat Builders is your favorite?
Don't even mention that group ever again.
Well, for a while,
Man, the Beat Builders.
I'm assuming they were under refurbishment or due to a necessary additional viewing area for the Mega Movie Parade during tech rehearsals. They had taken down their scaffolding, removed their trash cans.
And we thought they were gone, but now they're in City
tools,
Walk.
but they're in City Walk.
I'm renaming City Walk Shitty Walk.
Shitty Walk. That's Panda Express upstairs, buddy. People just moved to City Walk for a period of time, a couple weeks, and they were doing the same shows out there. Nothing different, just on the stage in City Walk. Which, hey, if you're only going to City Walk and you really love them beat builders, you could catch them while they're out there. But with the new shows and new themed nights, Thursday, Friday, Saturdays at City Walk between the Amphitheater and Road Coconut Club, fuck them beat builders. They are annoying. I do have to tell you, Dave, unfortunately, they did return to Universal Studios in front of Louis this week.
Yeah.
I'm
Beat
back!
Builders is annoying. The acapella Streetmosphere was annoying. And the Latin dance party was annoying.
Oh, you don't like, what about Blues Brothers?
Oh, yeah, I can do for sure.
What about
Absolutely.
Maryland and the Star Bellas?
That's okay because, that's what our parks were built off of, was old Hollywood, You could see Marilyn Monroe. Back in the day, Charlie Chaplin was a walk-around character.
Oh, better day.
It was, yeah. Abbott and Costello.
Oh, yeah.
You could meet all those people. So Marilyn, she does fall in line with that stuff. So yeah, I'm fine with that. I don't ever stop for it, but I'm okay with it.
Another Streetmosphere, kind of walk around. Doc Brown, he's always fun if you get the right one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Betty Boop, which, Popeye, Olive Oil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You don't see them very often anymore.
No, only on mega peak days.
Mm-hmm.
Streetmosphere. Here it is. We should be getting some good Epic Universe Streetmosphere in all the lands, first off, and then also Celestial Park. They have so many little stages and alcoves, nooks, you can throw something in there. Very excited for that. And that'll bring us to the closing piece of normal news, something we've not talked about because of time, and we want to get all the facts and what we could. Epic Universe. We know it's coming. There should be an announcement by the end of this month, July, to reveal the full in-depth final world of Epic Universe, Harry Potter and the Ministry of Magic. We're anticipating July 31st for Harry's birthday. However, that is a Wednesday, and typically these things come out on Thursdays. Something that's also been raking our minds, when's that Helios Grand Hotel? When's that opening? What are the prices? What are the packages? And finally, of course, how can I buy a goddamn ticket to go to Epic Universe at all, let alone opening day, opening week? Now, some interesting news has come out, was leaked out by third party. And I want to clarify this part, Dave, if you want to jump in as well. This was leaked out by third party vacation planners.
Correct.
You want to talk about what that means? What a third party vacation planner means?
So a third party vacation planner. What happens is when you're with a travel agency, as long as you're certified through those specific companies, you can sell tickets, hotel stays, vacation packages, and it's free to the person purchasing the vacation package to use your service. But what happens is at the end of the run, Universal or Disney or any of the participating people will give you a commission on the tickets you sell, the package you sell, the hotels you sell. So third-party people are usually given, this is the ticket plan ahead of time when it comes to stuff like Halloween Horror Nights and stuff like that, because they sell,
right? Yeah,
so they can be knowledgeable, and they also sell to overseas people, so they are usually given the ticket packages beforehand. So they have leaked out what the process is going to be, the first starting process for getting Epic Universe tickets. And there could be more ticket options, but as of right now, they've only leaked out some minor options that force you to get multiple days.
Yeah, a singular option right now.
Yeah. I believe it's a three-day ticket.
Correct.
With 2 of the days being at the other two parks, a park hopper between the other two parks, and
Islands
then the
of
final
Adventure
day.
and Universal Studios. No Volcano Bay. Let's be clear.
And then the final day is just for Epic Universe.
Correct.
I don't believe you can get that ticket and then go all 3 days to Epic Universe.
No.
It's only the one of the 3 days, but you have to get the 3-day ticket. When this was released, I so badly wanted to scroll back through social media and point a finger at all the people who said, "Oh, I guarantee you'll be able to purchase extra on your annual pass for it. Oh, I guarantee you it'll be available to upgrade your annual pass." Well, bucko,
Not yet.
the buck
Not yet.
stops here. And if all they're offering starting is you have to purchase a 3-day ticket to get in there for 1 day, it's not going to be an upgrade option on your annual pass.
No, and there won't be a discount. I would almost be certain of that. And you just gotta deal with it.
Employees will not get in for free.
They'll get a preview probably.
A preview, yes.
For those
And-
not working at that particular.
And I would be
park.
guessing it'd be about a week-long preview if I had to guess.
Oh yeah, you gotta do just like Disney does with their current ones. You gotta sign up for it, and then you gotta pick a day, you gotta pick a time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So for the
But that being said, no soft openings. I don't see any soft openings happening. So
the soft openings will
don't-
be the previews, which team
will be
members,
the
media,
previews for team.
there
You know,
might- right now I don't know. There might be a pass holder preview, maybe for premier
I
passes.
just- Yeah, I just say that because, you know, a lot of people that go to the parks when team member previews happen, they expect toward the end of the day them to open the regular queue to anybody, which is what they've done for multiple attractions
Yeah.
over the years.
Yes.
They're not just going to open up the gates to Epic and be like, "Oh, hey, the employees are in here. Come on in." You know, it's not going to happen.
No,
You know?
you may get a +1 if you're a team member, maybe.
So
So to recap, right now the only officially announced, and it's not even officially announced, it was leaked, that the only way to go to Epic Universe in the opening days, there'll be no way to purchase a single day ticket. Now, that is the only, as of now. This has only been released by third-party sellers and may not represent what Universal will actually have available going forward. As Dave said, the package that is shown is a 3-day ticket. No price is shown. 3-day ticket, 2 days are park hoppers between the two parks, IOA, UOR. Or sorry, USO. 1 single day, no park hopper, Epic Universe. That's it. Now, since this blew up what, the theme park sphere online and theme park Twitter, there's several outlets reaching out to Universal for a public statement. And Vice President of Public Relations for Universal, Allison S., I can't say your name, told the Orlando Business Journal that more ticketing options will roll out later, but the company is releasing info to sales partners to get them ready for an upcoming sales effort, just like you said, Dave.
yeah, it's hard for me to see them offering a single day ticket to start off. I mean,
I was reading back on some history that, when Animal Kingdom IOA opened, they were not capacity, they were not sold out. It was actually sparse.
mm-hmm.
I don't think that's going to be the case this go around.
It is not. If for those who are not but Universal historians, Universal was really, really in the red up until 2010.
Twister saved it.
Every year they relied on Halloween Horror Nights to put them in the plaque.
Yes.
Because
they turned a profit.
You could go during 2010. You could go to Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure during the middle of summer and wait 5 to 15 minutes for any attraction you wanted. Once the Wizarding World opened in IOA,
Game changer.
IOA was consistently busy. They used to, do so many ticket deals. I remember if you were a military personnel, you got a 7-day free ticket to Universal.
Yeah, and they had
back in the day,
fun, almost SeaWorld-esque fun cards.
When Wizarding World of Harry Potter opened, you could not go to IOA without waiting in an hour-long line for most attractions.
From stores.
Now,
wait to get into the damn store.
I will say, between 2010 and 2014, I spent a lot of time in the studio parks because the studio parks were a lot slower.
Yeah.
Than IOA. But then when they opened up Diagon Alley, now you cannot escape the crowds at Universal Orlando.
Well, this is all good. They're going to make more rides. They're going to put more stuff in to keep the crowds, spaced out. They don't want unhappy guests. Well, they want them slightly unhappy, so they're encouraged to buy Express Pass.
Mm-hmm.
But not so unhappy they don't come.
I don't know. I'm curious to see what other ticket options they have. I will be attending Epic Universe hopefully the summer that it opens. I'd like to be there opening day, but that might be a hard feat to ask. But we'll see where
we're going to do our best. I know my dad's personally invested and wants to make sure we can get in there.
Yeah, I would love to be able to be there on opening day and stay at Grand Helios.
Oh, Helios Grand. Even though it does sound better.
I will pay more for
it's not. I'm not going to stay there if I'm not looking at the park at night and seeing all the golf carts zip around.
I can tell you right now, the first night I stay at Helios Grand,
wasted,
sitting there staring out the window until 4 a.m.
I can just see that and then taking a big inhale and saying, "I've done it." Like Clark Griswold at the end of Christmas Vacation. I've done it.
Yep. Well, it's likely you and I will have adjoining rooms if it's not just me, you, and your dad.
Well, Brennan, but I'm sure Brennan wants to go.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Let's get adjoining rooms.
That's the plan.
Just
that's the plan.
Sit there till 4 a.m. staring out the window,
waiting till we can go in again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. So to finish out this particular news point, then we'll jump into Horror Nights. Hell yeah. Allison continued her quote saying, "We're introducing products in a phased approach, starting with multi-day ticket packages that include an opportunity to visit Epic Universe in addition to the entire Universal Orlando Resort for those planning vacations further out." Now, keep in mind, again, this standard 3-day ticket that is part of the low-tier package does not include Volcano Bay. You can upgrade and add that on. No prices announced, of course.
Thinking about it, I do see them doing something for pass holders because they know pass holders are not going to purchase, a 3-day park ticket.
Yeah.
Just to get 1 day of Epic. So I see something happening, but we'll kind of put that on the shelf till I'd hate to speculate about it. So
yeah, I mean, going back real quick to IOA, Animal Kingdom, opening day, not slammed. Even when Harry Potter opened up in 2010, the parks never hit capacity. It was just a long fucking line to get into Harry Potter area.
Correct.
Yeah. Despite there being a 14, 16-hour wait just to get into Harry Potter area.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Final bit of news here. We got some Halloween Horror Nights news, Davey.
I love it. I love it.
As we announced on the previous show, or no, this was a post on our social media at Park Talk Radio. We announced that the multi-night tickets have gone on sale. And since then, and actually on release day, 2 options have already sold out, which is fucking bonkers. Opening day, 2 options sold out, and then another one sold out after the fact. And I don't think we've ever talked details on the tickets. You have a single night ticket. You have a Rush of Fear Pass, which gets you, the first month now? For the first 3 weeks?
It gets you the first 4 weeks.
First 4 weeks. So the first month.
So it does not get you the last
of September.
The last week of September.
Because we start in August now. Yes.
Yes, it used to get you all of September, but not
you got the Frequent Fear Pass Plus, which gets you, the Frequent Fear Pass gets you Sunday through Thursdays. Fear Pass Plus, Sunday through Friday, and then Ultimate gets you every single night of the event.
Mm-hmm.
You can then upgrade these to have Express every single night of the event that you're allotted to go. So Ultimate with Express, you can go through each house one time with Express and go every single night of the event. That ticket was $1,100.
$1,900, yeah, or $1,090 something dollars.
Yeah, $1,100. Unbelievable. That one sold out. It's gone. Sold out on opening ticket day, which I don't think I've ever seen them sell out of an Express Frequent Fear Pass.
Well, last year was a shock and awe factor because last year was the first year that they ever stopped selling Frequent Fear Plus passes and Frequent Fear passes at all.
Well, yeah, right.
That was the first year they ever sold out, but they never sold out of the Express last year.
Correct.
So, let's let's be honest. With them selling out of this, I don't believe it comes down to the fact that they had that many people purchase Ultimate Frequent Fear with Express.
Right.
You know, I think it boils down to the fact is you had people complaining about the Express lines last year, and that's what they're going to quote. But they're not going to undersell Express. They'll sell the same amount they did last year. They'll just do it through single night Express tickets.
Single night Express, which you can still buy
because
every single night that's available.
Well, and you know, if you look at last year, single night tickets for Express sold out. Now, if you limit the multi-night,
you have more of
those. So for those that don't know how theme parks work, when you have
but listen to 25 episodes here, let me tell you how this works.
When they sell frequent fear tickets and multi-night tickets, every night of the event, they act like those have been included in the night.
Right.
They count those as they're going to show up. We
have to anticipate this as a projection, and we can only sell so many
them being there.
Single night tickets today, or whatever day.
So, say you're selling Express passes for that night, but you're having to account all those multi-night Express tickets that you sold as well, and you don't want to overload.
Tickets.
You know, you don't want to overload your Express queues, so you have to stop selling those single night tickets at a certain capacity because you have to expect that those multi-night tickets with Express are going to be there as well.
Right.
And you don't want guest satisfaction to be down. Now, if you limit those multi-night tickets, yeah, I said that really fucked up.
It was like the song.
If you, yeah, I know. I picked up what you were putting down.
I'm sorry.
I'm getting a little excited.
Oh, I can feel it.
But you know, the less multi-night Express tickets you sell, the more Expresses you can sell.
You'll make more money
in single night Express. And if I'm not mistaken, they did have multiple nights last year where Express did sell out at the parks.
Yeah. They still had the after 11 p.m., which may not even return this year. Will yet to be seen.
And some nights they still had unlimited Express even when regular Express was sold out.
Which is only available in park the day of.
Correct.
Yep.
Not day before, not day after.
Buy it online.
Day of.
And it's all based on capacity. Yep.
At guest services or at an Express vendor.
Yes. All I have to say is, you know, opening day, Frequent Fear plus, and Ultimate Frequent Fear with Express sold out on debut day of multi-night tickets. And that just tells me they've severely limited the number of these multi-night Express tickets they've sold, because there's no fucking world where they sold that many where they didn't sell out last year.
No, you know, and there was somebody who posted on Facebook today.
Especially this lineup. This lineup's
everybody's... Well, and this kid posted on Facebook. He said, everybody's talking about how it's a trash IP lineup, but look, they're already sold out of these. And it's like,
that's because there's only 10 of them out there.
You know, I've been going to Horror Nights for many years, and this lineup is trash.
Well, we'll get to that in a moment, looking back at the past. And also a few days later, the standard Frequent Fear with Express sold out. So your Frequent Fear, Fear Plus, and Ultimate with Express have all sold out. All standard tickets remain. All single night Express tickets remain. Russia Fear with Express still remains at the time of this recording.
Mm-hmm.
Bonkers, dude. All right, time for some announcements. Which one do you want first? We have 2 scare zones in the show.
Let's go scare zones first, because then we can shit talk the show after.
All right, we'll start with the first announcement that occurred last week. First scare zone announced for Halloween Horror Nights 33 at Universal Orlando Resort, the Torture Fair. Wow. It could be neat to just Shrek the scare zone.
Steven's going to love this place because he's a big Ren Fair guy. Yeah, he's allegedly he's going to be there the morning of the 31st.
Time to punch him in the face.
Oh yeah. He's obsessed with Ren Fairs and stuff like that, so this is something that's going to be right up his
ass.
He's going to nerd out like he always does.
Torture Fair, there's going to be gore, there's going to be executioners, people getting, tortured as the name suggests, and just
as long as there's some
destroyed
attractive medieval women with big push-up bras
and airbrushed.
And airbrushed.
Yeah. Oh, my fair sir. And chops her up.
Yes.
The official announcement, come one, come all, to the Renaissance Fair. Brave the glorious, gory medieval torture devices to your put out of your misery. Do you know where this one's going to be, Dave? New York,
If
right?
I had to guess,
Oh, it might be
I'd
Hollywood.
that's what I'm thinking, Hollywood.
New York or Hollywood?
I don't know. I know what's in Central Park.
I know
So-
that one. I know San Francisco, and I know Avenue of the Stars.
Yeah, so it's either Hollywood or
Oh yeah,
or New York. I'm guessing Hollywood.
yeah. I think Hollywood is where this guy's gonna be. You know, that's where they usually do a lot of the stages. New York typically is gonna have those bigger stages and set pieces that a torture fair doesn't necessarily need.
I don't have the spec map put up, so or up.
Hollywood
right now, so
sounds right. Hollywood sounds right.
Yeah.
Okay. Second scares. I mean, level of excitement 1 to 5 or 0 to 10.
We'll do 1 to 5 since there's 5 zones. I'll put this, probably 2 or 3. Maybe.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Right in
agree
the
with
middle.
that. I think 2 or
Right
3.
in the middle.
2 or 3 encapsulates that pretty well.
Yeah, right in the middle.
All right. The other
Could be interesting.
scare zone announced this past week was Swamp of the Undead, which I like the logo a lot.
So-
it's really cool.
I'm sure this was already going to be mentioned. This is going in Central Park, and they
Yes.
actually have started to put out Scare Zone props. Was it yesterday or today?
Yesterday. I'm glad you brought that up because I have this
Yesterday.
on my list.
Yes.
In that one zone.
They've started putting out props. So this Central Park has become a
cluster.
bottom of the list zone for me.
Yes.
Yes. The zones are very redundant in Central Park. It's always the same shit over and over and over again. Even with, if it's called something different, it's the same shit over and over again. This could be neat, but at the same time, swamp zombies.
Again, zombies. We're so sick of zombies. Here's the description. Maybe this will sway you.
Yeah.
In backwaters, Louisiana, you unwittingly wander onto private property where you're swamped by zombies born from the bodies of other trespassers who are killed and dumped in a nearby bog. Nah. It just means I'm going to be turned into a zombie myself.
It's
And it's so congested. Like, characters can't do their job.
It's just, it doesn't seem very creative to me.
No. 4?
Yeah, 4.
4? All right.
If not touching 5.
Yeah. I'm touching 5. All right. The final announcement that came out this past week, and we should get the remainder this week, since the week after will be Harry Potter, ideally, in Epic Universe.
Mm-hmm.
They've announced the nighttime show, and they've destroyed all hopes and dreams of it being something else for the 4th year in a row. Nightmare Fuel Nocturnal Circus.
I'm going to say 99 out of 5.
99 out of 5.
Yeah.
What is that?
Oh, we're
Super
doing
exciting.
scare zones 1 through 5. So I'm ranking that 1 through 5.
99.
And it's 99. I'm so sick of this show.
I'm over it.
So-
Yeah. I'm over
these,
it.
Yes, these people are talented. Yes,
They win awards and they deserve it.
it's a talented show, but when you've gone to that show a few years in a row and you see the same stunts over and over and over again, it's
tired.
I don't know. It's like going to see Jaws in theaters again and hoping that the ending is different.
Oh, yeah, I got you. I got you on that. Step
It's-
right up to a dark circus, a new nightmare that carries with it a sinister curse. It's a thrilling spectacle of pyro and aerialists. I know Academy of Villains was not the greatest well-loved because of numerous things inside and off and on set. But they had that slackline, which the slackline trick performance, great stuff. And they had the skateboarder on the hurricane stage, which I'll argue is the best show they've done is the hurricane stage one.
No. The skateboarder was before the hurricane stage.
Oh, well, whatever. The hurricane stage, favorite one.
Jose Angeles. That was the first one they did in 2016, the Asylum one. That one was good.
Yeah, they did the painting. It was a variety act.
Yeah. And then the last year they did with the Jekyll and Hyde storyline, good music, neat show. There was actually a storyline,
Mhm.
now I go see Nightmare Fuel and I watch a girl crawl into bed, or a guy or
Dude.
girl crawl into bed.
Someone crawls in the bed, someone else crawls out.
Someone else crawls out, and then they dance and do the same stunts I've seen 100 times. So,
and there it is. Fire girls are cool.
it's neat, but it's like,
that's neat, bro.
you know, it's not a good it's a show that would be fine if you set it up on like a side stage over in Hollywood or something like that, you know?
A quick
Not a show
5-minute
that
thing.
Yeah, a quick
Yeah.
5-minute, you know, multi-night show,
Put them by
a
Men in Black.
multi-times a night show.
Not in the stage though. Put them by the Men in Black bathroom.
Not in a stage show where not only is the show long and redundant, but you have to queue up for that show
Long.
an hour before,
Right.
you know?
There's no barman inside the queue. What am I supposed to?
No.
Gah! Yeah,
I don't know.
not thrilled. I'm gonna leave it to you on the night we go if we see it.
No, we will
No,
not.
probably not.
No, we will not.
Okay, fair. Well, that's our Hard Nights news for this week here, David. We're gonna again likely get some more this week. We'll be posting it on social medias. Check us out. Brennan's been waking up early and posting good TikToks of the Scare Zone announcements. So we're very much looking forward to the remainder and can officially talk about it in any capacity. Dave, we got a new bit today to close out the show. We got Wall of Shame, of course, and
Top 5 houses from 2015 to from 2010 to 2015.
your favorite house of the year, right?
Your favorite house of the year. So let's go
Okay.
ahead and start.
Okay.
It's
your
I'll
bit.
go first.
Yeah, it's your bit. 2010.
For 2010, my favorite house that year was the Hollowed Past, with an honorable mention of Legendary Tooth Wyandotte Estate. Hollowed Past was a mashup house from years past. It was well done. It was in the Parade Building, B79, and I enjoyed it. That's all I can say about that. And then the honorable mention of Legendary Truth Wyandotte Estates. I just think it was a unique house, you know, a good stab at a nice paranormal house. You know,
The guy on the floor.
great facade,
Cool.
guy on
Great
the floor.
Pepper's ghost effects all over.
They used masks that had to sit in the sun all day because they were glow in the dark masks to make the spirit
effects work.
appear more.
Yeah.
Translucent.
Oh.
Yep.
A true haunted house.
True haunted house.
Yeah. Yeah, I love Legendary Truth Why Not State. That was really, really good. My favorite one as well.
Spirit Seekers. You were
Seekers. I'm seeking
you
your
were-
spirits.
It was Legendary Truth was setting up to try and capture paranormal activity. And they had their new system and wires going all over the house, which made the ghosts angry, you know.
I'm sure.
So,
Keep flashing these lights,
So-
man. Flash some boobies, no lights.
and what was your favorite house in 2010?
2010, I will give my honorable mention to Hades. Fucking love that house. So
I
good.
did love Hades.
It was a precursor to your Nightingales, precursor to some of your classic monsters, because they reused some of the designs based on the mythological creatures in Hades.
Yes.
Super, super good house. Crazy cool facade. My favorite one now,
Mm-hmm.
also like you, Dave, Hollowed Past. Easy pick.
Easy
Best
pick
house
for
of the
me.
year. I actually did
Yep.
Behind the Screams and walked through it with the lights on, and some really, really classic and old time vignettes from the past 20 years when this house came out. You had Dead
Yeah, it was-
Exposure, Treeks and Foons.
It was one of those houses you could walk through and see something hidden in the background from years past.
Body
And be like,
Collectors
oh my
was
God,
in
I didn't
there.
see that the first 5 times I went through there.
They
You
had
know?
the Spine Rip. They had stuff from like the early 90s with the SS
Mm-hmm.
Frightmare
They had the creatures in there,
creatures.
you know? It was a cool house.
And then the bookends was the opening and the finale were both inside a warehouse where they had just so much leftover props and pieces from the last 20 years of horror, and they were getting rid of it that year. They ended up going to the
Mhm.
dump or to auction, and you had all the icons just popping out of the in between the rafters and stuff, which was really, really cool. It was great to see.
You go ahead and go first for your 2011 house.
2011. I don't recall and did not put down a honorable mention. Favorite house of the year, not even close. House of the year, The Forsaken. This thing was pure adrenaline, top tier scares. Non-stop heart pounding, and the layout was super good. Again, B79, 2 in a row with this. They had something really going on here.
So I love the Forsaken, and that is my honorable mention. It was unique. The sets were beautiful. The scares are great. The actors were on fire every night.
Oh yeah.
But my favorite house of 2011 was HR Blood and Guts.
Oh, that would be my mention then. I
Because-
forgot. I got horse focused on Forsaken.
Only because the Q video was fantastic.
And they used it throughout the house. Before each scene, they had a video pop up.
It was
Super good.
in the old disaster queue, and the Q video was fantastic. The actor playing HR Blood and Guts, who's been a staple of Universal for years, he did fantastic playing HR Blood and Guts. And a main reason that this house took top notch for me is multiple times I had my
Scared
cousin
to the
and
floor.
Steven, well, not even that. My cousin and Steven left me multiple times early on in the evenings, later in the evenings, around 11 o'clock. And I'd be at the park by myself, and this house
Had no weight.
consistently toward the end of the night had no wait. So I would get to go through this house multiple times over and over by myself. This is before Walking Dead era, so the parks were a little bit slower during horror nights.
And
I
the
got to do
actors
this
get to
one by myself.
recognize you, and they can target you
Yeah.
and do special interactions. And it's really something special to make that connection
Mhm.
with a scare actor. And on both sides of it, if a scare actor is making a connection with a guest, they are got him dead to rights then. They know how to get them good. I love Thanksgiving, super good scene with that gravy smell. And then Arbor Day,
Yeah.
always a fucking
The
delight.
Feaster Bunny,
Feaster Bunny and the big tree coming out.
one of the first guest activated triggers that I remember in the President's Day scene. You could hit the red button that would cause a nuke to go off. My favorite house for 2012 was Alice Cooper.
Interesting pick.
Beautiful house as far as sound design, songs. I loved it. I loved the music, really put me in it. And
Oh yeah, it was expertly crafted to utilize every aspect of that concept album and really bring it to a real life haunted house walkthrough.
definitely my favorite house that year.
Another one with a very short wait. That was also Barry's favorite house that year. He really loved that one.
Yeah.
I didn't realize when I was writing these down, but my favorite in 2012 was Universal's House of Horrors, also in B79.
Oh wow. Yep.
I love that
remember
house.
That one was thrown together last minute, and I remember you and I at World Expo having lunch with one of the creatures.
Oh
right
yeah,
before set call.
yeah.
So
That was a fucking ball, man. I mean, yeah, for a last minute, I can't remember if it was just they didn't have something ready or an IP fell through, but they put together an exemplary house where it takes the dead exposure concept in Orlando and they use the lightning strikes to illuminate, and everything's black and
I
white.
think
which is really,
they
really
had
good.
they believed they had lost B79 to the parade, if I'm not mistaken, and they ended up
right.
using the
back of it.
the other side
Yeah.
for the entrance, and that's it was last minute thrown together, and it was a great house. It was dead exposure with classic monsters,
Yeah, super.
and they
good.
actually had a
And
portion where you had to crawl.
Right, they
I
had
mean,
the
obviously there were.
the underneath crawling portion, and then Gillman,
Mhm.
Creature in the Black Lagoon, was represented.
Mhm.
Really, really good stuff. Super good scare
Yeah, good
around the buggy in the opening room with the werewolf man, I believe.
2013 for you.
2013. Man, we're really digging in, and this is something we mentioned a little earlier. Like these 2012 through 15, and a little even I don't know, 16 was alright, but 12 through 15, Walking Dead was here in charge, the big baby IP, and just the lineup of these years looked not good. And while it was mostly easy to pick my favorite, this year was a little challenging. And I ended up with a tie, and you could take this either way. I have Evil Dead and American Werewolf in London.
So I have listed on here Bad Year Next to My House, because this was probably
year.
the worst year. I enjoyed Cabin in the Woods, Evil Dead. Those
But
were fun houses.
cabin
but
houses. You got two very similar houses.
it's in the same sound stage, nevertheless.
Yeah.
I
love the 2013
two
Evil
similar
Dead
houses.
with Fade Alvarez. I thought you did a fantastic.
Fede Alvarez.
Yeah, Fade
Yep.
Alvarez. Fantastic.
Great movie.
Yeah.
Fun house. But my house this year, it went to La Llorona.
Wow.
I really enjoyed that house, and it was one that was in Hollywood that I wanted to see, and I was happy to see it in Orlando. It was creepy.
Mm-hmm.
It was, one of those mythological spirit houses that I just enjoyed, So
That's cool, man. I know that house was like fluctuating on one's list throughout the entire build up and then during the run even.
Yeah.
For me. The movie sucked. I think the movie came out after the fact, but the movie was
the movie was terrible. A Blumhouse picture.
American Werewolf won House of the Year. Those incredible puppets.
I think at the time Werewolf was my favorite, but looking back, I think what hurt Werewolf being a favorite was the fact that they brought it back.
Oh, yeah.
2 years later.
Yeah, when you're reflecting back on your house picks, like, oh yeah, we had this house again, and it wasn't the best house that year. So how can we say it's the best this year? However, the actors seem to care the most in Evil Dead and American Werewolf. Yeah, for me.
14, one of my favorite houses. Yeah, I'm getting to 2014.
There you go.
I was segueing into 2014.
Woo!
One of my favorite houses in recent memory was one in 2014. It was in a sprung tent, and it was called Dollhouse of the Damned.
Oh, baby. Yeah, absolutely.
Creepy scenes.
Super good skin.
Giant babies wearing diapers in cribs, and the room smelt like shit, like actual baby shit.
And baby powder.
Baby dolls everywhere, hidden scares.
The dolls were terribly creepy. The way they dirtied them up and placed them strategically around the entire house.
The woman in the doll scene where she's sitting in the chair and her face was all messed up, and just some great scenes.
Also, my favorite house of 2014, Dolls of the Damned. I don't think it was close, especially that year. That was a rough year.
Really poor year. Yeah.
Yes, I mean, to really echo what you said, I like the hidden scares where they would pop out of a curtain out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And it didn't even look like a boo hole or egress. It was really,
and they had people
really
blending in with the dolls popping out from the wall.
The guy wearing the full outfit of doll heads, so it just looked like a pile of dolls.
Oh yeah.
That was so good.
Honorable mention AVP, just because
section.
The original Alien vs Predator was such a good movie. The sequel was terrible.
Oh my god.
But it was an okay house, but I'm not big into big IPs where they're fighting each other. I'd rather have them coming after me,
Mm-hmm.
So it's an okay house.
Yeah, I agree.
And 2015, I'll let you finish this off.
Out. Another anniversary year. Unfortunately, not as good as your previous ones. 2010. They did 2016 as an anniversary year, opposed to 2015. Again, hard to pick from. I really did not care for the mashup house. I thought it was poorly paced. Honorable mention to Giggles and Gore. I enjoyed that one a lot, just because it was the concept of how they create clowns. They don't just become a clown. You're created, and there's a group of them called the Discarded, which is the fucked up shit clown.
Your years are off. Giggles and Gore was not in 2015.
Oh, was it 14?
Yes.
My apologies. This is what I'm talking about. Honorable mention for 14. 2015. Okay. My apologies. A good thing I got you here. I haven't memorized stuff in a while, plus the fog. 2015, 25. Universal Halloween Horror Nights 25. Went with Body Collectors Recollections. Classic in-house IP. Always a great original. The spine rip is really good. Recollections was actually like a time travel aspect where you went back into the past and everything was in black and white or like a dusty or aged residue on it. It was really neat, had a great atmosphere and ambiance, and one of the scarier ones I would say for 2015 for 25. Again, the
not to
house,
mention,
not for me,
is that was a mashup house as well,
right,
which was great because it was a mixture of Shady Brook and Body Collectors. So
yes. Super good.
Very good house. My favorite house that year was Run, Blood, Sweat, and Fears.
Also an excellent house.
Just because the scare actor interactions I had in that house, just because, going through multiple times toward the end of the nights when there was no line, and just the scare actor starting to recognize you and stuff like that.
Especially, that one actually had a bit of a line some nights.
Yeah, I think some of the nights I was there toward the end of the night is when I was able to go through multiple times. But yeah, I do remember during the middle of the evenings, it was packed. So.
Super good house. Good pick, Dave.
Mhm.
I would have
Yep.
I would have that one up there for me as well.
Yeah.
Well, that does it for our recap of favorite houses from 2010 to 2015. Well, I'm sure we'll do that again next week with
a different set of years.
different set of years. We'll look at scare zones, and Dave somehow has a savant memory on what exactly Bill and Ted Show happened when and where. I don't have quite that one. So we have that.
Yes.
Close out the show today, and thank you all for joining us. I'm going to do the reads here at the top, or at the bottom. And then we'll do Wall of Shame, get out of here. Thank you as always for listening, sharing, engaging, subscribing. Please do so on your favorite podcast platform, also available on YouTube. Everywhere you go, social media, at Park Talk Radio. Cost you nothing to subscribe and share and like. Feel free to leave a review. We like them 5 stars, helps us with the algorithm. Leave us a voicemail or shoot us a text message of your recent park visit, a wall of shame you've noticed, or something you want to correct Dave or myself on, since we're sometimes wrong. Never right. Yeah.
Sometimes.
407.
Only sometimes.
Only sometimes. 407-490-2220 for both of those. And emails, parktalkradio@gmail.com. Wall of Shame, Davey, up to you. I'm going to let you start it.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll do mine quick. I want to preface this by saying it has nothing to do with politics.
Oh, God.
But I saw
all the time. Tiana's Bayou.
I saw a video recently circulating where some people were clapping when Donald Trump was announced in the Hall of Presidents.
Recently, or when this first was announced?
Recently,
No.
when after Joe Biden had replaced him as the speaking figure.
Sure.
But people were clapping, and a cast member came on the intercom and said in a very disgruntled voice, "Please do not interrupt the show."
Thank you. I agree. I'm watching the show.
I agree, but at the same time, other politicians in there have gotten thunderous applauses. Pick and choose your battles. I don't. If people are clapping during a show, I don't see that being as an issue. But at the same time, don't interrupt somebody else's good time. So it's a wall of shame, but it's like I kind of stand somewhere in the middle. Because
I say, clap for nobody. Just sit and watch the show. It's animatronic, so they can't hear you.
I agree that and that being said, I am not one party or the other, so I am trying not to be biased here in any way because I'm okay. Well, I could give
you're
a dying shit about either party.
Yeah. You're just talking about the story that happened.
But there were other people online complaining that other politicians, they've had thunderous applause during that show. And you have a disgruntled employee coming on the microphone to say, "Stop interrupting the show, stop interrupting the show, stop interrupting the show." And it was just an applause, and
Sure.
Does he need applause? No, he gives himself applause all the time. But, if somebody's clapping during a show, you don't need to come on the mic and say, "Please stop interrupting the show."
Well, I'm sure
it's not like they were
very important audio that had to be heard that was overshadowed by the clapping.
Well, and it's not like they started screaming Trump 2024, Trump 2024.
Definitely don't. Just sit quietly, and
that's
you can infer that you can infer the claps.
Sit quietly and enjoy sit quietly and enjoy the show. But at the same time, I don't think an employee needs to be coming on.
Or go on Carousel of Progress if you just want the AC. Way better show.
Yeah.
And the same people. Yeah.
Yep.
They got a better song.
Yeah. Hall of Presidents just sucks.
Always a walk-on. Never good. My wall of shame, and this one's been plaguing me for a few weeks or months or always ever, Dave. I forget to write it down. If you go, and this is not limited to any specific platform, park, or whatever. If you go onto a social media site and you post a picture of the clouds you saw today or the weather radar ping from your preferred weather app, and you say, "What does it look like? What do you see? Oh, I know I have to go to Disney today. This will look like a Universal Day. It's telling me a sign." You're so fucking dumb. Oh my God, you look so stupid. And they get thousands of engagements. Why are you posting clouds? Why? This is not Disney. They're just clouds, and your mind shows you what you want to see.
Absolutely.
Fucking it's so lame.
Basic psychology 101.
You're such a dweeb.
Oh,
God, you look so dumb. So dumb.
people will post anything on social media for attention in these groups.
Well, here you go. Final words, Dave. I'm going to close this up.
Don't be a fool. Pee in the pool.
90210, jump in the water. Beaches are fine. Have a great day, guys. We'll see you in the park.